Okay, so you just finish adding or subtracting and you have an answer, something similar to 4/6. Now, this fraction can be simplified. That means the numbers can be made smaller. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to write down both the numerator and the denominator. Underneath it, we're going to write all the math facts for that number. So the math facts for 4 is 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. So the number 4 has 3 different factors, a 1, a 2, and a 4. The number 6, the factors are 1 times 6, 2 times 3. No need to write 3 times 2 because it's the same factor. So the factors of 6, the numbers that multiply to make 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6. So now I'm going to look at my two sides and I'm going to find the common factors. So 1 is common, that means the same in both. 2 is common, and that's it. So the common factors, the numbers that are the same in both lists are 1 and 2. I'm going to divide my fraction from the biggest factor that's common to both, which is the 2. So I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to divide them both by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 4/6 simplifies to 2/3. Both of these are the exact same number. You could see this with a EFT as well. So 2/3. If I were to make an EFT, you would see that 4/6 is also on it because the simplified form of 4/6 is 2/3. The same with 6/9 simplifies to 2/3. 8/12 simplifies to 2/3. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is 10/12. Alright, so to check if this can be simplified, I'm going to write 10 and 12. Underneath, I'm going to write the math facts. So 1 times 10, 2 times 5, and that's it for 12. 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. Next, I'm going to look for the common factors, the common numbers in both lists. 1, 2, and that's it. So the common factors of 10 and 12 are 1 and 2. I'm going to divide 10/12 by the greatest common factor, the greatest number in both. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So the simplified form of 10/12 is 5/6. Okay, last one we're going to do is 18/24. So if I want to see if 18/24 can be simplified, I'm going to write both the numerator and the denominator and all of the math facts. 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. For 24, 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. I'm going to go and circle everything that's the same. So 1 is the same, 2 is the same, 3 is the same, and 6 is the same. So my common factors, the common numbers in both lists are 1, 2, 3, and 6. I want to divide by the greatest in the list, so that's 6. So I'm going to divide these both by 6. 18 divided by 6 is 3. If I go back to my list, I can see that 18, 6, and 3 go together. 24 divided by 6, so 24, 6, and 4 go together is 4. So 18/24 simplifies to 3/4. I decided to do one more so I can show you what happens if a fraction cannot be simplified. So let's say that you got an answer of 8/9. If you write out the multiplication facts, 1 times 8, 2 times 4. For 9, 1 times 9, 3 times 3. And you circle the common factors, so 1 is the only common factor. If I divide these both by 1, I'm going to get the same thing. So if 1 is the only common number, it cannot be simplified. So 8/9 is the simplified version of the fraction.